Just a reminder of the Copa del Rey final. Last season, got to the final. Season before, got to the final. Third one in a row. How's it going, everyone? My name is Stu. Welcome to the Deportivo La Coruña save here on FM24, and welcome to number 30 in the series, which is also a special one because it's a cup final. Yes, we've got the Copa del Rey final against Valencia to come in today's video. I was going to show another match afterwards. We're just going to go with one match. Why not? Let's have it be a bit of a special one. And if you're excited to see whether we can bring that trophy home, unlike a certain national team we're unlucky enough to not do, then don't forget to leave a big like on the video for me, and don't forget to subscribe. It's completely free to do so. You'll make me happy. What's not to love? I'm sorry about the poor England reference. Since you were last with us, well, let's have a look, because I can't remember. My memory sometimes is really, really shocking. We actually did get through to the final, actually. That was the last game we played, was the Villarreal match where we got through. We also got knocked out of the Champions League by Arsenal pretty comprehensively. So since then, we've had 4 games, we've won 2, we've drawn 2. One of those 2, though, that we won was against Valencia. Really important. Late victory, Van den Berg in the 64th minute, Furic in the 95th minute with a penalty, just securing it. We did batter them, mostly, but they were very, very resilient, so it was a very difficult game. The last game, though, a draw against Levante, I've got to be honest with you, that was a bit of a difficult one to stomach. But stomach it we have, and we are here now for the final. Just a reminder of the Copa del Rey final. Last season, got to the final. Season before, got to the final. Third one in a row. First season, we lost it on penalties to Girona. Last season, we got battered by Real Madrid. This season, it's kind of like the Girona one. It feels like an opportunity. And this is the 11 that we're going to be using to try and get the victory. It is De Gea in goal, Carrillo, Akoli, Van den Berg and Miranda in defence, Gomez, Veloso and Pereira da Costa in the middle, with Furic and Jota supporting Klajak up front. We're taking a bit of a gamble on Veloso. He's not fully fit. I could start with Stoikers. I could start with, where is he, Kjaergaard. I'm taking a bit of a gamble, and I'm going with the player who has probably been the best out of all of them this season. He's looked really effective. Having said that, Kjaergaard is a good impact sub. We do have Stoikers, but he, because of an injury to Makoko, yes, he's injured again, we are having to kind of think of Stoikers, and to a degree Kjaergaard, as our backup strikers. So we are having to have that little asterisk over their name. Right. Deep breath, everybody. I've got the tie on, or I've got a tie on. I don't always wear the same one for these finals. But here we go. It is cup final o'clock. And do you know what? When we get into the game, I might even put it from key highlights onto the next one up, so we get a bit more of the game, seeing as it's a one-game video. That feels like a sensible thing to do. Right, we've G'd the team up as best as we can. Let's get into it, shall we? We're going to go on extended. Why the devil not? It's a final. Let's treat ourselves. And it looks like Valencia have started off a little bit better. XG-wise, we're not even on the board yet after the first 12 minutes. We've not had any opportunities. Match momentum-wise, we are matching them a little bit. We have now had an opportunity, so we are starting to get into the game. We'll shout a little bit of encouragement early on, and we'll see what we can do. Their 11 is different to the one that I put instructions for. Veloso's in. I didn't even think about the fact that Veloso was in, and we've gone ahead in the 22nd minute. We lead in the Copa del Rey final. Well then, it's a short free kick. Lovely work from Miranda and da Costa. And Veloso, the man who was kind of 50-50 whether he'd start ahead of the other 2, apologies, had a knock at the door, had to check it out. Long story short, we lead. Now we've just got to try and make sure that we go a bit further than just leading and actually win it for once. Yeah, Valencia's team, I did opposition instructions on the screen before we go through to the game, and they have changed their 11 ever so slightly. At least I think they have. I didn't recognise Johannesson, who's at the base of their midfield, starting. So I'm a little bit confused by that. But anyway, it doesn't look like it matters too much at the moment. I'm quite happy with how we're doing so far, although we have now, as soon as I say that, giving the ball away. Andrade now, through to Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez cuts inside, gets it to Højbjerg, who goes for the shot, but he places the shot just so wide, and we start things off with a goal kick again on extended highlights, so we will get a few more in theory than we normally would. Miranda now going for Jota. Jota looking for options inside, gets it to da Costa, tries to get it to Akoli. It's a poor pass, but Akoli manages to get the ball back, manages to bail da Costa out. Right, Furic now looking to come inside very deep. Would like to get him a bit further forward, but he's going there now, starting to go a little bit out wide as well. He has got a player with him though, but gets it to Carrillo. Lovely passing from the two of them. Really getting an understanding between the two of them, whipping it in, looking for Jota at the far post. And I think the referee might have just given us a penalty. He might have just given us a penalty. He's given us a penalty. Sir, you are a gentleman and indeed a scholar. And Chris Furich has a chance to put us 2-0 up in the 25th minute. Oh, it's straight in the arms. Straight in the arms of Mamardashvili. And Furich drops immediately down to a 6.2. I'm going to drop him some encouragement. Couldn't get on the head of that. It's kind of going around everywhere. Lajek got his head to it, but Mamardashvili claims it. Really unchallenged. We had a great opportunity to go 2-0. Furich doesn't do well. He's got his conversion rate with penalties is a little bit on and off. Sometimes he's really good at them. Sometimes he's not. He's not an expert. He's just relatively handy at them. Johannesson, he's the one I didn't realise had started. Has the long shot. De Gea makes the save. We're going to have to keep an eye on Furich for the rest of the match now because he will stay like that unless he has a moment of magic. And I think that might be him off at half-time. I don't think I can justify keeping him on. Unless, I might try it. I might try and give him a bit of a pep talk at half-time. And we'll see if we can G him up. But that is going to be half-time. It's an even game when you look at the stats. But, well, other than the XG. But we lead by a goal to 0. It could have been 2, though. It could have been 2. Right. Let's... Don't know what necessarily to say to him because it's not actually... Sorry, my phone just lit up for some reason. I don't know what to put down. What I want to say is, don't worry about the penalty miss. They haven't got that in the game though. So, I think, let's say that one. And we motivated him. That's good. Right, Jota. We're going to say the same thing to him. We're going to say to Miranda the same thing. I'm going to leave everything else. We're going to keep the same 11. And we're going to demand a bit more from the boys. Let's get a second goal. Let's put this beyond doubt. Veloso to Furich now. Furich coming inside. Pass to Hlajek. Good solid pass from him. Out wide to Miranda now. Jota runs inside. Coming short for support now. Heavy touch from Jota. But Vandenberg has actually come quite far forward. But we do end the highlight there. I'm surprised Furich has gone down actually to a 6.1. I would have thought with the pass that he made that got us into a good position. I thought it would have gone up to a 6.2. I think there's two very obvious substitutions we're going to be making very, very soon. I think we've given both of them long enough. Certainly we've given Furich long enough. Right, change number 1, Furich off. The problem we now have is we don't necessarily have the personnel we want. I'm going to move things around a little bit. I'm putting Kjaergaard up front. I'm going to put him as a target forward on attack. We're just going to go for something a little bit different. And Miranda's going to come off, obviously, for Illich. And, I mean, I think I'm going to make him a complete wing-back. Let's get him attacking a little bit more. I want another goal. 1-0. Feels a little bit too nervy for me. Right. We've got Jota on the other side. Hlajek's in the inside forward position, which he is typically better at. And we've got Illich who's attacking a little bit more as well. I just want to see a little bit more from us. Because other than the goal, we've not threatened as much as I'd like us to. Lovely interception there from Da Costa. Jota now drifting out wide. He's got Carrillo just behind him. He could use him if he wanted to. He's not though. He's whipping it in. Looking for the header. Kjaergaard! And that is why we put Kjaergaard up front. Because he's a beast in the air. We're a crossing team, even though I've done my level best to stop us from being a crossing team. But there's an advantage of being a crossing team. Kjaergaard, despite the fact that he's been playing as a Mazzala for us, makes it 2. But we're in the danger zone score. Talked about this many a time on this channel. This is the danger score. We have to be very, very careful with this. Right, I am going to make another change. And that change is going to be Hlajek's going to come off for Firmine. We're going to give Firmine some football. And we're going to keep on Veloso, an eye on Veloso, but I want to keep him on just for the time being. But we'll bring Firmine on for now. Just more for the energy more than anything, honestly. It's more for the energy. It's still a very close game on chances. But possession-wise, passing-wise, shots on target, XG, we have kind of bossed them a little bit. Right, we're entering the final 10 minutes very soon. We have a highlight though. Carrillo with the ball of a throw-in. We pass it around a little bit into Veloso. He's gone for a worldie. Goodness me. It ends up getting deflected, then saved and out for a corner. My throat is going. Goodness me, my throat is going. Right. Da Costa, is he going to take it short or is he going to go long? I think he's going to go short. He is. Veloso trying to get it to Fermin. Can't get it, but Da Costa intercepts beautifully. We get the ball back. Ilic goes for a worldie and Mamadashvili. Tell you what, he's had to put some work in today. It is a good save from him. And it's another corner. It's going to be Da Costa to take again. Da Costa, no one's come short this time. We're whipping it in. Looking for Vandenberg. Can't find him. Bit of a poor one in that regard. Right. Veloso is now going to come off. We're going to bring Stoikers on in the middle for him. And then final change. I'm going to take Gomez off. He's not done anything wrong. It's for fitness. It's purely to get someone with a bit more energy out there. I'm going to bring Comas on. Nah, do you know what? I'm not. I'm going to bring on Moncayola because as good as Comas has been when we used him earlier in the season when we had the injury to Gomez and when we needed him as an emergency centre-back, he hasn't played for a while and it just wouldn't be right. We'll bring on the person who's been playing a little bit more recently in Moncayola. I think that's the right thing to do. Along with Stoikers in the middle. We know Stoikers. We know what he's about. We know we can get the job done. Let's do that. Right, Veloso now. Before the substitution takes effect. Akoli. Into Da Costa. Da Costa is a bit loose on the ball there. I mean, he won it back, but then he got lost again. And we now have given Valencia a bit of an opportunity here. We need to get the ball off of them because they can be dangerous. They give the ball to us in the end. And Da Costa has the ball again. He just needs to pass it to someone. He does. Veloso now. Into Jota. Jota running forward. Running forward. Going to try and cross it in again. He's looked for Fermin this time. Fermin with a header. And I tell you what, he's not far away. He's just pulled it up a little bit short more than anything. Final substitutions have now been made. Time is ticking down. I think we might be on for our first big boy trophy. We might actually be on for it. Right, Fermin now. Going inside to Vandenberg. Vandenberg to Fermin. Fermin again to Vandenberg, into Costa this time. Costa again loses the ball. I tell you what, he's a good player, but he can be wasteful in possession. And Mehdi is now in. We try and get across. We can't get across in time. It's 2-1. Taremi manages to make it 2-1. He gets the goal. And we're in for a nervy final few minutes. I'm going to fire the boys up. Let's just try and make sure we keep on top of everything. There's time left for Valencia to get an equaliser, but there's time for us to get a third. Or see the game out. It is Valencia though in the 95th minute with the ball. This either means this is going to be the last highlight before the final whistle or they're going to get a last minute equaliser. Papelu now. They've got half a minute left. Oh, we need to be pressing the goalkeeper there, lads. Kjaergaard needs to be pressing the goalkeeper there. He doesn't know. And here come Valencia. They've got 30 seconds or just about that left. Andrade now. Why he runs it out. He runs it out and we get possession from a throw-in. And that is going to be time. That is going to be time. Ilic with the throw. He's waiting to take it. Doesn't need to take it. We win our first proper big boy trophy of the save. And we can breathe a little bit. We can breathe a little bit. Goodness me. Goodness me, we go and do it. Third time's a charm. Fourth season, third final. Obscene when you think that we've been in 3 finals. We've only been in the La Liga for 2 seasons. Got there to the final in our only season in La Liga 2. Beaten on penalties that time. Beaten by Real Madrid last time. But on the third occasion, we lift the Copa del Rey against Valencia. I feel like we earned that. I feel like we really earned that. I really do. This is the time. This is the first final where I've looked at it and I've thought we really have a chance. I thought it with Girona. I thought we're coming up against Girona. We've got a real opportunity in that one. But they were still a La Liga team. We were not. This time we were. And even when you look at the stats of the match, we definitely deserved it. We turned up in that one. The defence, I mean, it was a good defence up until the very last kind of 10 minutes. But that is a great moment for this football club. We have won a trophy. I mean, the fans are happy. The board are delighted. We now officially have qualified for the Europa League as well. So even if we do absolutely balls the league up, it doesn't actually matter. But, I mean, where does that put us in terms of... I mean, are we still only favoured personnel? Yeah, we're still only favoured personnel. We're not quite moved over to the icons of the legends yet. Good to see Chris Fiorich is on this list, though. Very good to see that he's on there. Very happy with that. Esposito on there as well for his 2 seasons here. And good to see Perez is in the icons list too. I'm really delighted with that. Just a quick one looking at the league. Let's have a quick look and see how it's looking. We are qualified for the Europa League as mentioned before. We are 9 points off the top with a game in hands. Can't say that with a straight face. So we've got 8 games left of the season. We're not given for the Champions League yet. So what we'll do, I think, is we will come back for the final 2 games of the season. Both of which are very winnable, by the way. Las Palmas and Almeria. Because I said that really weirdly. We'll come back for those 2 purely because we've only got that many games left. We're not going to have any other games other than these. There's no extra competitions popping up or anything. I think we'll do that. I think we'll come back for those games. And we'll just see what happens. And hopefully what happens is we can make sure we're in the Champions League for next season. Again, because it's my favourite thing to do, let's have a cheeky look at the finances. We actually have lost a bit of money this month. We've only got £49 million in the bank, but we're still rich, so that's something at least. Right, I will see you for the final 2 games of Season 4. And I was going to leave this, but actually I am going to mention it now. We're obviously, by the time this comes out, we are in July as I'm recording it. It'll probably still be July by the time this comes out. I was having to think, because I said Season 5 is going to be the final season. I don't really want to try and squeeze a final save in to the gap between now and when FM25 comes out. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to continue this save until the bitter ends. This save will continue until Football Manager 2025 comes out. Now, at some point I might reduce down to 2 videos a week. I have by now hopefully released 2 rebuilds. I'm going to try and keep those up as well, just to eke it out a little bit. But yeah, I think we're going to keep with this save, because I think we've invested a decent amount of time with this club already, 4 seasons. And, I mean, looking at Development Centre, looking at the players that we've got that are top quality. I mean, we've got some decent young players here. In the youth setup, I mean, look at the quality of those guys there. And then if we look at the players who are out on loan, who are just ours, Rodriguez, Wanderson, Romero, Domingo, Gutierrez, Soto, Badeo, Saul. We've got some absolute quality that's out there that will come back and hopefully do a job for us at some point. I'd like to see some of these lads come good. We're not really going to get that with one more season. So we are going to carry on with this save until the bitter end. And as soon as I kind of thought it in my own time, I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm happy about that. I'm really happy about that. So that is what we're going to do. Hopefully you guys agree with it. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed the rebuilds as well. Again, they should have come out by the time that you're watching this video. But that will do it for today. I'll see you for the final 2 games of the season. So until then, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, and how could you not with a big trophy win, don't forget to leave a big like on there for me. And don't forget to subscribe. It's completely free to do so. You'll make me a happy chap. And hopefully it'll make me win more things. I've been Stu. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.